Every year you may spend hundreds, possibly thousands of dollars on out-of-pocket medical and dependent care expenses, including insurance co-pays and deductibles, prescriptions, over-the-counter products, dental and orthodontist services, vision services, and daycare. Why not save money on these everyday purchases? The Catholic Diocese of Wichita offers a flexible spending account program for all employees working 30 or more hours per week. An FSA allows you to put aside money on a pre-tax basis into your own reimbursement account. By doing a little bit of planning, you can save on your taxes, and you can use these funds at any time during the plan year as reimbursement for those everyday medical and daycare expenses. There are 3 types of flexible spending accounts available to the employees of the Catholic Diocese of Wichita: a health insurance premium account, a health care spending account, and a dependent care spending account. We will discuss each of these in greater detail during this presentation. The Flexible Benefits Plan allows you to pay your portion of the required premium for group health insurance with tax-free dollars. You will receive this benefit automatically if you participate in the Catholic Diocese of Wichita Group Health Insurance Program. This is a benefit provided at no cost to you. Now let's take a moment to discuss the Healthcare Spending Account Program. A healthcare spending account is an account for which pre-tax dollars may be used to pay for eligible medical, dental, and vision expenses that cannot be reimbursed through insurance or any other means. You do not need to participate in our group health insurance program to participate in the Healthcare Flexible Benefits Program. Some commonly claimed expenses are deductibles, co-insurance, or co-pays. You may also submit claims for dental work, glasses or contacts, or prescription medication for yourself, your spouse, or your eligible dependents that are not reimbursable by group health insurance. The Catholic Diocese has excluded certain items that may not be reimbursed through our healthcare spending account. Birth control, abortion, sterilization procedures, and reproductive or infertility treatments cannot be reimbursed. Also excluded are elective cosmetic procedures, electrolysis, health club memberships, Medicare premiums, teeth whitening, weight reduction programs, insurance premiums for a spouse's employer, and prescription drugs used for cosmetic purposes. Effective January 1, 2011, all over-the-counter medications require a prescription to be eligible for reimbursement through an FSA. You may elect to set aside up to $5,000 per year for your healthcare spending account. The amount you elect for your FSA will be divided in equal amounts over your full year's payroll, and claims will be processed as received. The healthcare spending account also offers a grace period, which provides extra time to spend money not yet used. The grace period extends your period of coverage through March 15th of the following year and gives you until April 30th to submit your claims for reimbursement. For example, let's say you enrolled in 2012's healthcare spending account and elected coverage of $3,000. In December of that year, you have a balance of $1,500 in your account. Your child has an appointment for an orthodontic treatment on January 15th of 2013, which costs $2,000. You may submit a claim for the full $1,500 left in your account, even though it is outside of the 2012 plan year. This allows you some flexibility to work with your family and provider schedules. One thing to be aware of is that all FSA accounts are subject to IRS use or lose regulations. Any money left in your account at the end of the grace period is forfeited. Reimbursement of your flexible benefits is easy. If you're enrolled in both our group medical insurance and healthcare spending accounts, Out-of-pocket expenses such as deductibles, co-pays, and coinsurance will automatically be reimbursed out of your FSA. If you are not enrolled in our group medical plan, you can submit your claims online or mail in a claim form and receipts for reimbursement. Once your claims have been submitted, you have the option to have a paper check mailed to your home, or you can enroll in the direct deposit program and reimbursements will automatically be deposited into your checking account. A dependent care reimbursement account is an account in which you can use pre-tax dollars to pay for eligible child care expenses. You're required to select an annual amount to set aside for these expenses. Your election will be divided into equal amounts throughout the year's payroll, and that money will be set aside before taxes are withheld from your paycheck. It will stay in your dependent care account, and as you submit claims for child care expenses, a reimbursement check will be sent to you. Keep in mind that even when you submit claims for reimbursement, your withdrawals remain tax-free. Expenses for child care are reimbursable if you are a single working parent, if you and your spouse work outside of the home, or if you work and your spouse is actively looking for work or is a full-time student. Eligible expenses include payments to daycare centers, preschools, and before and after school care beginning with kindergarten. Also eligible are adult care expenses provided the dependent satisfies all state and local laws and regulations as an IRS dependent. Expenses for weekend evenings out would not be considered eligible for reimbursement. Other ineligible expenses include overnight camps, care provided by a dependent such as your spouse, another child under the age of 19, or a relative that lives in the same household. Care provided while you are not at work is also not eligible for reimbursement. To be eligible for reimbursement, the child care expenses must be for a dependent child under the age of 13, and you must provide at least 50% of that child's financial support. The child care facility providing dependent care must be licensed. Care for adult dependents who are physically or mentally incapable of caring for themselves are also considered eligible expenses. You may set aside up to $5,000 annually per household for dependent care expenses incurred for daycare, adult care, or preschool expenses. If you are married and file a separate tax return, the maximum you may set aside for dependent care FSA is $2,500. This is a great benefit that allows you to save on your taxes and plan for recurring child care expenses. There are a few things to keep in mind when setting up your annual FSA accounts. There is a maximum contribution amount of $5,000 on health care and dependent care accounts. The amounts you set aside are subject to IRS use or lose provisions. You must re-enroll annually. Your elections do not carry over from year to year. There are exclusions for certain health care expenses related to cosmetic services or those services against Catholic teachings. Dependent care accounts do not have a grace period. To plan for your annual election amount, you may want to review the list of eligible expenses. Review your medical and child care expenses for the past year. Write down any additional eligible expenses you anticipate incurring in the coming plan year. Include some money to cover deductible expenditures. And finally, estimate your costs for each of these eligible expenses. You may enroll in a flexible spending account within 31 days of your hire date or within 31 days of a qualifying event such as birth or adoption of a child. You may also enroll at annual enrollment during the month of December, and your election will be effective January 1st. Thank you for taking the time to view this presentation. If you have any further questions, you may contact your benefit coordinator at your location.